What's up,
And that's
everybody?
why you don't
Welcome,
suck on
ba-
nutcrackers.
welcome back to the tavern. I'm Spencer,
And I'm Eli.
and this is Bardic Blunders. um, all right. Well, I didn't expect you to interrupt me in the middle of the intro, but we're back from our 2 week hiatus. Uh, I understand we're a little late today. I had something at, that I had to do, but
I have internet back.
yeah, Eli actually exists as a human being in the year 2025 now.
Yeah,
He's no longer incapable. But, uh,
that's hurtful.
hey, I mean, at least I'm saying you are capable. That could
Still
be
mostly
argued,
hurtful.
but, you know. Uh, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a good night. We are not having a great night because Microsoft is stupid.
Yeah.
Uh, so if anybody hasn't heard about this, there was a report that Secret Level wanted to do an episode that was a crossover of Halo and Doom. That would have been freaking awesome. But guess what? Microsoft shut it down. Microsoft was like, "No, we don't want a cool episode of our property. We want to keep, you know, pushing this crappy game that we made. We'd rather do that." When I say
Wait, what
crappy,
game was that?
I'm referring to Halo Infinite, not Doom. Please don't roast me over an open flame. Uh,
Please do roast him over an open flame. He's been needing it lately. He's been all like antsy.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, that would have been awesome. I still have yet to watch Secret Level. I'm starting another show right now. What's up, Razorbolt? Also, hey, Bug and Group. I know YouTube popped in here. Um, I'm starting another show right now, so maybe I'll watch Secret Level after I finish that. But
What show are you watching?
Chainsaw Man.
Oh, you're finally getting around to it.
I decided to go for that one next. Um, okay, I'll. You want to, you want to be, you want to hear the like legit reason why I decided to watch it next?
Why?
I was adding music to my YouTube to my playlist. I was finding more music off of YouTube Music to add, and it suggested the theme song for that. And I gotta tell you, that theme song goes so hard. And
Yeah, man.
I was just like, all right, I have to watch the anime now, dude. No lie, I watched episode 1 before work yesterday, and then did went to work and proceeded to go work out at the gym afterwards and listened to nothing but the Chainsaw Man song on repeat, and I hit PRs. No joke. That song is awesome. And I was just like, well, I gotta watch Chainsaw Man now. But anyways, yeah, to get off of that.
Get off
Um
of it. Get back on it, man.
well, I mean, to get back onto our normal topic, we can get off on that tangent later. But yeah, I don't know how we ended up with a Concord episode, which I did hear was the weakest episode of the show. Surprise, surprise. You know, a freaking terrible IP that should have never even existed. Somehow manages to get an episode in that, and it's the worst one. Who would have guessed?
What's
Um,
Concord?
oh my gosh, we've been over this already. Uh, but yeah, so apparently the show's creator, uh, where why does it just say Miller? Why does it not say his full name at any point? Unless Miller's just his first name. But whatever. He's like, I got a little chaffed when I read online, and they're like, hold on, these assholes took Spelunky when they could have taken Halo or something like that. And I'm like, man, you think that we didn't talk to Halo or something? So yeah, absolutely. What's up, Restless Echo? What's up, group? Yes, Eli's actually alive.
Ah, I
Um,
live.
but yeah, that's exactly nothing against Spelunky. Nothing against Spelunky, but it is not the IP that Doom and Halo are. And the idea of having Master Chief and Doom Guy cross over in like an official manner, that's insane. Like that's what dreams are made of. That's funny, group. That's really funny. He said, I thought crumpets ate you for the bulk.
Oh, I saw.
That's great. Um, but yeah, apparently they didn't even give it a reason. They just nah. Like
Guess they
it's
suck.
baffling to me. It adds to the continued bad decisions by Microsoft and Sony. Don't get me wrong, both of them are currently just like soiling their own pants, sitting in the corner, like, why don't nobody like us? It's because you suck. You're terrible. You're doing literally the opposite of what everybody wants you to do. It's a slam dunk to just say, yeah, make an episode with Doom and Halo. That would be awesome. But no. Tomorrow's your mom's birthday. What should you get her? I don't know, Ian. I don't know what your mom likes. Eli, do you know what Ian's mom likes? I know you're into the moms.
Why would you ask? Yeah, I'm into moms. I just don't. It's because I don't have one.
Yeah. Um.
Were you expecting me to turn around with that one?
Yeah, yes.
Good point.
I was about to make the same remark myself. I'm just glad you did it, so I don't have to get in trouble.
Why would you get in trouble?
I don't know. People might get mad at me for making dead mom jokes at you. I might get canceled on the interwebs. But anyways, why Eli into MILFs? He just gave his reason.
Why am I? Oh. Now, okay. Now, it's because I'm alone.
Wow.
And MILFs are easy.
Okay. Well, anyways, moving on. Have I played Mouthwash?
Am
I haven't. I've heard that it's really good. I've heard it's also really weird. But yeah, that is like Master Chief Doomslayer, that's you like you don't even have to do something high effort. Just say, yeah, put the two of them together, have them kill a bunch of covenants and demons, and put heavy metal behind it. Boom, everybody loves it. It's a hit, you know, nobody can stop raving about it. It's that easy. How do you screw that up? Like how? I'm really getting to the point where I look at decisions made by executives and not just in the video game world, but just in regular business land, in the sports world. Like, I look at what these people who get paid millions of dollars to make decisions, and I'm like, you're being paid that much money, and you still aren't, like, you're still freaking stupid. You can't even manage to make a decision that easy.
That would make you so much money.
It's literally going to print you money. Like what are you afraid of? Ruining the brand? Nobody cares about Halo anymore.
Yeah, there you guys already shot themselves in the foot over that one.
Yeah, you've beaten Halo fans senseless to the point that they can't even give a modicum of care
Respect.
about their own, or respect about their own franchise. They hardly even, there's no hope. They hear, oh hey, we're redoing the dev team, and everybody's like, oh well, that's great. It's still gonna suck because you guys can't make good Halo games anymore. Your brand recognition is already shot. This would have been a way to save it. I just can't fathom what was going through their minds when they saw that and just, nah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do something fans have been asking for and that would be universally loved by fans of both Doom and Halo. Nah, we'll just sit back and let this show have success without us. It makes no sense. No sense. It's the same, like Ubisoft is going down the freaking toilet because they also continue to make some of the most baffling decisions I've seen out of a video game company. Being a Halo fan seems like the biggest case of Stockholm Syndrome in gaming.
It is, man.
Yeah,
I wish I could tell you it was different.
That's no lie. There is no lie.
Being a Halo fan, it's the truth.
It's rough.
Your Honor, this man speaks the truth and nothing but the truth.
I can't. I can't emphasize how grateful I am that my favorite franchise continues to be handled by a competent company. Like it's really something you can take for granted. Like Dark Souls has done nothing but impress for the last 15 years. And in that same time frame, Halo's become irrelevant, and that just sucks. Going back and playing the first, 4 Halo games, what, and by that I mean 1, 2, 3, ODST. I'll say 5 because Reach. I guess, is ODST considered its own game, or is it part of Halo 3?
It is considered its own game because fans do not like it. They considered part of the main, because it's not.
See, because the way I was looking at it at first was kind of like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Yeah,
where it's technically a DLC to Far Cry, but it has nothing to do with Far Cry. It's like its own story. It puts it in a different place. Like it's just a DLC that is completely not related to the main story of the game. I didn't know if it was something like that or...
Oh, it's part of the main game, but it had the biggest problem that a lot of people have with it is like they're like, you're not playing a Spartan, so it's not as good as the other Halos.
The cool part, though. That's what's so interesting about that.
Yeah.
You can't do the same thing every time and expect to still have success. You've got to mix it up a little bit. And that's exactly what ODST did. Is it my favorite of the Halo games? No. I know it's yours, but personally it's not my favorite. It's probably my third. I enjoyed Halo Reach the most. By far, Halo Reach is still my favorite, and 2 is behind it. And then I'd probably go ODST.
Yeah, the problem with ODST is it's that's a game that you want to actually be longer.
Yeah, I can't lie. That is one of the problems.
Like if that game was not even 4 more hours, like 3 more hours of gameplay, it would be unstoppable.
You give me 4 more missions, and I'd be good.
Yeah.
Now I can't lie. I think 3 has the best cinematic moments of the whole franchise. You know, uh, the double scarab fight.
Yeah.
Fighting side by side with Arbiter really throughout the entire game, because that's just cool. You know, like those moments make 3 the most cinematic. I think two of the main ones, 2 did the best job with the actual gameplay, and it did step it up from 1, where you had the Arbiter levels, and
2 is regarded as one of the best just because of what it was. Like, 2 changed the way video games are made.
Right. And that's the other thing that pushes it up for me. There is no point in the game that's legitimately infuriating. I understand. I haven't played it on Legendary, so I haven't experienced jackal snipers to the same degree. But even on non-legendary, on heroic, on CE, 2 Betrayals is one of the worst levels I've ever played in a video game. Not like, oh, it's just poorly designed because, the layout's bad, or it's literally, here's a wide open canyon, we pissed enemies all over it, good luck. Like, oh, also it's 45 minutes long. I do not like 2 Betrayals at all. That really ruined Halo CE's campaign for me. If it wasn't for that, CE might have been my favorite.
CE was good because it was original for its time.
Well, yeah, it's CE sits in that category like Doom, like the original Far Cry, where it pushed its genre into, like, it innovated it.
Yeah.
It was pushing it into the next era. We don't get all the first-person shooters we have now if not for Doom. We don't get Halo if not for Doom. And you know what? We don't get some of the more modern first-person shooters without Halo. It's just that kind of progression.
But, yeah, you needed it to do what it did. So you needed Doom to walk so these other games could run. And you needed Halo to run so these other games could sprint.
Yeah. And I don't know how to convey it, because I know there's a lot of people who watch who are younger. They weren't around in the mid 2000s. Halo was not just a game franchise. Oh, it wasn't just like, oh yeah, Halo's that game I like. Because there were plenty of, oh yeah, I like Spyro, I like Crash Bandicoot, I like this, I like that. Gears of War. Gears of War was a game people liked. Yeah, it's a good shooter. Halo
was
transcendent.
Phenomenal.
It, like, even as somebody who didn't play a Halo game until, like, probably middle school, whenever I went over to my brother's friend's house and played, I think, Halo 3 multiplayer, it was above all the others. The only one that compared to it was Call of Duty, and that's just because Call of Duty also had that level of irreverence, like, yeah, it's better than everything else on the market. You gotta be playing Call of Duty. But I can't think of a franchise now that has the same kind of weight Halo did back then.
Because there's not really any.
Yeah. You have big franchises, like the thing is now, like, gaming's so, I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase it, because fractured implies that it's bad, but compartmentalized, I guess, would be a good way of phrasing it. Everybody has the genre they like, and they kind of cling to that genre and don't go outside of it.
Change. Yep.
Where before it was just like, I own a PlayStation, I'm going to get all these different PlayStation games. I own an Xbox, I'm going to get all the Xbox games. I own a GameCube, I'm going to get all the GameCube games. You know, so you had this wide variety. There's probably so many games that I've played as a kid that I don't even remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And
just because you could, because that was in the system that you had.
Well, and there was so many freaking games.
Yeah.
I had so many games for the PlayStation 2. I had so many games that I rented for the PlayStation 2 and returned. Like, I can tell you one I do remember briefly, a Transformers game on the PlayStation 2 that I got from Blockbuster that was freaking awesome, that one. But it's like, I can hardly remember, I couldn't tell you every single game I played on the PlayStation 2, let alone every single game I played on any console I owned. Because I got an Xbox 360, you know, a little bit after its life cycle, like closer to the end of its life cycle, but still, I had that. I had a N64, I had a DS, like, I played a lot of freaking games, and now it's not quite the same. I still play a lot of games personally because I can't stick in one genre, but definitely the one that I've clung to the most is the
Soulsborne.
Yeah, Soulsborne. How do I phrase it? Because it's, I want to say difficult
Souls-like.
games, quote unquote, because it includes games like Hollow Knight and, you know, Metroidvania kind of games that are difficult, combat centric challenge games like that.
Yeah.
And that's definitely what I've clung to, but I still play Minecraft and I play strategy games, and, you know, I've been playing Marvel Rivals, which is, that's out of the ordinary for me because I've hated multiplayer games for a long time. Like that kind of competitive multiplayer. Like, oh, I despised Overwatch, even though we played it a lot. It was just a lot of me yelling and getting angry at it because the game sucked. You know, I didn't love Halo Infinite's multiplayer. The older Halo's multiplayer was more fun, but did not vibe with Infinite, you know.
Yeah.
But we've kind of gotten off on a tangent here, and I've completely forgotten where it was
Microsoft
going.
sucks.
But it was, Halo was definitely the fact that everybody
knew what Halo was.
Knew about Halo. If you played video games, you knew about Halo. If you didn't play video games, you knew about Halo. If you hated first-person shooter games, you knew about Halo. And if you had anybody in your life that played Halo, you knew all about it, even if you never touched the game. Me. Considering I didn't play any of the Halo games outside of Reach until 2 years ago. I remember there was a guy who I sat on the bus with to middle school who he'd talk about Halo with me nonstop. He'd be like, yeah, this and that, and he introduced me to Red versus Blue. You know, like, it truly was a phenomenon. And now it's barely afloat.
Gutted.
And yeah, I think Microsoft just continues to make stupid decisions with their properties. Sony's doing the same thing. I can't. I used to be a Sony defender. I used to be a PlayStation guy on that side of the console war, but I can't anymore. I hate both companies. Bug, sorry, I didn't want to. Sorry if it seemed like I was ignoring your question. I don't think Horizon is an industry plant, but I think Sony's trying to push it that they're pushing really hard to try and make it one of those, Call of Duty.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Nah, it'll never make it.
No. It was one of those things when it came out in 2017. It was like, oh, this is really freaking cool. The robot dinosaurs, kind of, it was interesting.
It was one of those like, oh man, this looks dope.
And I gotta say, I played it, and it was dope. But I never touched the sequel. I have no idea why they were making a Lego thing out of it. I don't know why they're thinking that it's a good idea to make it a movie. Those don't make sense to me.
They're really making a movie out of it.
Yeah, there's talks. But yeah, I don't think it's an industry plant. I think that term gets thrown around a little too much. I think more so it had success in 2017, and they were like, oh, it had success, let's make a sequel. And the sequel was relatively successful too. And so they're like, oh, okay, we have a franchise. We need to market this hardcore. And now everybody's kind of like, why are you treating Horizon Zero Dawn like it's some flagship franchise when really it was just one of those ancillary ones? Everybody's like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. There's really nothing more than that. You don't have Horizon Zero Dawn fanboys.
Well, you do. That's one of those games that I would actually say you do have fanboys for.
If you dig enough, you can find a fanboy for everything. But the thing is, it's not... Horizon Zero Dawn isn't one of those that gets a cult following and, you find thousands and thousands of people who are super into it and they're all Horizon and, you don't get that.
Yeah.
You absolutely, a franchise Sony should be pushing is Bloodborne. That would make them a ton of money because there is a sect of people in the Soulsborne genre that are all about Bloodborne. They couldn't give a damn about the rest of the Dark Souls franchise, but they love Bloodborne. I'm personally in the sect of I like them all, but Bloodborne's my favorite. And it is incredibly frustrating. That's my kind of the closest I have to a Halo botching, where Sony's looking at Bloodborne and going, it's like a piggy bank they could break open at any time, and they refuse to do it. You're absolutely right, group, because I make trash content. That's all I do. It's no rumor I'm looking at Jeff Keighley saying it on Twitter. Oh, boy.
Who's Jeff Keighley and what is he saying on Twitter?
Jeff Keighley's the Game Awards guy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's not going to be a good movie. But nah, I wouldn't say it's an industry plant. I'll tell you who is an industry plant is the freaking Hawk Tuah girl. That absolutely is an industry plant. You can't convince me otherwise. Do you live under a rock?
Yes.
You haven't. You've legitimately. You never saw the Hawk Tuah meme? And the chick that turned the meme into a whole internet career?
I mean, I'm the one who's always quoting it at you, so I'm pretty sure you actually know the answer to that.
Then why did you say, what's that?
Because it's funnier this way.
Freaking... I didn't even, that wouldn't have even surprised me. But, yeah, that is an industry plant. She's absolutely an industry plant. Make a meme, turn it into an internet career, and then do a rug pull crypto scam like 6 months later. That, like, good grief. But
Man, what is wrong with internet people today, man?
dude, the internet's not the way it used to be. The internet used to be so much more fun. Now it's just like this sad, soul-sucking, terrible landscape of sadness. Yeah, it's full of degenerates.
Like us.
Who post anime goon posts in the freaking group chat for everyone to see.
I'm still confused on what this gooning is. Can anybody explain to me what gooning is? Because Spencer refuses to.
Because I wanted this exact moment. We called Eli a bit of a gooner because he was spamming suggestive anime images in the group chat earlier. Can we turn this into a soundbite?
Yes, I need to know how one goons.
You go, hey boss. That's how you goon. It's the freaking bat.
You're lying to me, and I know you are.
I need to know how one goons. What a phenomenal quote. I'm so glad I have a recording of you saying that.
Thank you, Ian. You're the only person that I respect in this chat now.
When your grandpa asks about internet lingo.
Who said that? Oh, god damn it, group. I am basically a grandpa. We all know this.
Oh my gosh. That was phenomenal. Oh. Oh my gosh. How does I need to know how one goons? Yeah, that's getting sent to the group chat. Even fully. Yeah. Oh, okay. Eli. Gosh, I hate that I'm talking about this on stream. Do you know what the term edging means?
Yes.
Gooning is just a new term for that. Essentially. Except I believe it's doing it to adult material to get around the YouTube.
So, but lucky for us, that's banned here in Florida.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
So somebody else can't goon you.
No. That it's basically a sad, lonely version of edging. We'll put it like that. And now that that has just become like, if you post any sort of inappropriate material, now you're a gooner. Like, that's just, it fits in with the whole Riz and that. It's the new lingo. You're falling behind on it.
I was never ahead on it.
But anyways,
YOLO, man,
so
YOLO.
The other thing, the next thing we're going to talk about was the Honey lawsuit. So I don't know if anybody.
Who is Honey and why should I know her?
So Honey is a company that has
Is she a stripper?
Really?
I don't know, man. Can't just leave me in the dark like that.
So Honey is a company that it's a browser extension that you add to your browser, and then whenever you're going to buy something, it supposedly searches the entire internet to find coupon codes for you. So you don't have to go look up, oh, I'm buying something off of, frameratemerch.com. And, well, let me go look up frame rate merch coupons. And then, you get the website that's like, oh, if you use this coupon and you're buying something over $50, it'll take 10% of your purchase off, something like that. Honey just purported it was like, Honey will do that, but it does it right at checkout and, does it all for you. So you don't have to go look it up. Sounds good because it supposedly saves you money, but the issue with it was it ended up just getting revealed. This is a developing story too. This isn't even done. There's a video by, oh, does anybody remember his name? He just put out the video.
Spiffing Brit.
No. Honey scandal. It was Megalag. So Megalag kind of started this up, but basically Honey became a very big advertising partner on YouTube. If there was a major YouTuber, they probably partnered with Honey. Mr. Beast, Moist Critical, so many, Linus Tech Tips, a bunch of them, a bunch of big YouTubers. Well, what would end up happening is YouTubers would do these, would do the thing for Honey, and then they would do other advertisings and have their affiliate link for that what they're advertising. And basically what the affiliate link does is it tells the company, hey, they got here through the YouTuber, so you pay out to them. What Honey was doing was essentially what is called cookie stuffing, where Honey would pop up in the corner of your browser and say, hey, we found a code. You can use this code on the sale. And then Honey would take the money. They'd delete the YouTuber's extension and replace it with their own, so they got the money. But the catch is, they did that even if they didn't find a code. It would pop up and say, hey, we didn't find anything, and then you click that, and then they get the money for it. Even though they didn't help you at all. Then you dive even deeper into it, and Honey wasn't even really doing what they said they were. They weren't looking for the best coupon codes. Sites that affiliated themselves with Honey could decide what the biggest coupon codes Honey could offer was. And if that was none at all, Honey wouldn't offer any. They'd still pop up, and they'd still take the money from YouTubers.
Man. That sucks.
Yeah. And
you should take down your sponsors from Honey.
It's a good thing I never was sponsored by Honey. I did try to use Honey at one point and got sick of them because I shopped 3 different places and they never found me anything. I'm like, all right, I'm done. But, I mean, even I used Honey at one point. Honey checks were too juicy. Oh, okay. I know Linus Tech Tips knew about it and then, didn't make it well known throughout everywhere. But yeah, that's definitely Group Markiplier had the same exact thing. That Markiplier, their video surfaced to Markiplier in 2020, 2021. Saying that there's something about Honey that just doesn't click with him. Like, how are they making money when they're advertising that much? They have to be making money somehow, so how are they doing it? What business model do they have? Well, clearly it was discovered. And now, before all the information's even out, Megalag is putting out, I believe, 2 more videos discussing even more illegal stuff Honey has done. And there's already a lawsuit set up. Legal Eagle, he's a YouTuber, but he's like an actual lawyer. He's not, it's not just some YouTube guy. He's a lawyer who has a YouTube channel, is setting up a lawsuit against Honey. And I don't know all the specifics of his lawsuit, but yeah, Honey actually was purchased by PayPal too a few years ago, so it's PayPal footing the bill for all this.
Ah, so Elon Musk.
Is it?
Elon, well, he might not own any shares in it anymore, but Elon Musk founded PayPal.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that was like, that's how he got rich.
Okay.
What was he founded PayPal in South Africa and then moved to the United States?
The company was originally established by Max Levchin, Peter Thiel, and Luke Nosek in December of '98 as FieldLink. Later, it was renamed Confidi, a company which developed security software for handheld devices. When it had no success with that business model, it switched its focus to a digital wallet. The first version of PayPal electronic payment system was launched in '99. In March 2000, Confidi merged with X.com, an online financial services company founded in March 1999 by Elon Musk. So, Elon didn't found PayPal. The guys who made PayPal merged with Elon Musk's website.
Oh. Same difference.
Close enough.
It's all Elon's fault.
But it is interesting to me that X.com was a bank founded by Elon and 3 other dudes in '99, and then when Elon got Twitter, he immediately changed it to X. I didn't know that. That's funny. But see, I disagree though, group. I don't think this is something they can say is not declared unlawful, because this sits right in the same kind of thing as it was a lawsuit against 2 sellers on eBay for what's called cookie stuffing, which is basically it's essentially like, imagine you're working at a car dealership and you take this sale and you get this guy to buy this really expensive, Ferrari. It's like, yeah, I sold him this $100,000. Well, okay, $100,000 cheap for a Ferrari. I sold him this $250,000 Ferrari. And you're like, oh, if you just walk up to that desk up there, we can finalize the sale. And as the customer's walking up to the desk, another guy swoops in and says, "Hey, I'll take those papers for you." "Oh, okay, yeah, here you go." And then erases your name and signs his own name and takes credit for the sale. That's essentially what Honey was doing. And there's actually, I don't know what the name of the cases were. Cookie stuffing. Affiliate marketing. Legality, that's not what I want. I'm looking for eBay's top affiliate marketer was just sentenced to federal prison. I hate you. I just want to read an article. to have an account, log in. It costs $49 a year to read our stupid ass articles. Eat my ass. Isn't it that? Nope. Yeah, there's a way to get rid of the. I don't remember how to bypass that, but whatever. Anyways, basically this guy was doing the same thing on eBay back in 2005, 2006, and he got sent to federal prison for doing it. It's never been associated with affiliate links in the same way, but I still think it's close enough. I think there's enough precedent to consider, you know, hey, we've tagged people for this before. This is illegal. Hey, Black Hole, what's up? But yeah, I hope Honey comes, really, I hope all PayPal comes crashing down. That would be funny to me. That would be great. But they definitely deserve everything that's coming to them from this. I mean, you're taking money out of the pockets of individuals who need it a lot more than your multi-billion-dollar corporation does. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Honey lawsuit as of right now. There's definitely going to be more coming from that. But last thing we had on the agenda is Minecraft 2 coming out?
I don't know. You're the one who puts all this stuff on here.
Maybe Minecraft 2. We might get a Minecraft 2.
I'm just here for the ride, man.
Well, you can't just ride like a freeloader anymore. You got to participate.
That's a lie. I've been doing it for a long time, and I've made it pretty far too.
Let's see. Oh, I also. No, I have an Ask group. That's a perfect moment. Eli, how hard would it be to repurpose the realm to use as a small thing for anybody, any of the chat of the YouTubes of my fans, of the people who watch? I can't call them fans. I'm pretty sure most people just watch me. How hard would it be to set up the realm so everybody can join, or at least, you know, other people can join?
Give me a couple minutes.
Cool. But just as a little aside, I've started catching this YouTuber. Oh, what is his name? He starts every one of his videos with the want to see something cool, and then he explains something like electrical engineering or something else like that, and he ends every video with, and that's pretty cool. What is his name? Hold on, I gotta find him because he's hilarious. Oh wait, that's it. Physics Duck. Physics Duck.
Is he a duck that does physics?
Chris Bowden is his name, is his like channel name, and then Physics Duck is his @ But he is hilarious. And he has a shirt on his website that says, "I am a low budget weirdo with dangerous toys and weaponized autism."
Okay. I want that shirt.
I want that shirt too. I want it.
I want it. Hey, you're just gonna have to give me a second because I have to download all the updates for Minecraft.
Good grief. So,
but yeah, I can set up. It'll take me a little bit, but I can set up realms for. I would have to have a place to put the link.
but yeah, basically Notch just announced he was getting back into making games, and he did a poll on what people would like to see more, Minecraft 2 or a roguelike, and people voted. A lot of people voted for Minecraft 2. So, but he wants to work with Microsoft and Mojang to at least be able to somewhat associate it with it. Like, I don't know how. I don't know how it's gonna work, because
This one will work.
Like, Microsoft, even though Notch invented it, Microsoft owns the rights to it. So he can't just title it Minecraft 2 and make the same exact game. And again, he can't make the same exact game in the first place without it feeling like a knockoff, even if he expanded it greatly. You know, like, how does he do a spiritual successor? I just don't know how that could work.
Survival difficulty.
Minecraft is not the kind of game that I could see you designing around, you know, like a sequel to. Like, Minecraft's the kind of game that's just going to persist and get updates. When's the rebrand happening at 500 subs?
The bakery. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've carved myself out a nice little niche
Of weirdos, and
I don't want to try and find a new nickname, a new username.
I do absolutely love the Sir Crumpets. That's so funny,
dude. It works, because all of my ones before, for the longest time, I was stuck with my cringy, like, 13-year-old idea of a cool name.
Phantom Saber.
Yeah, Phantom Saber. Which, as a 13-year-old, I was like, this is the coolest name that I've ever thought of. Everyone's gonna think I'm so cool. And then at some point when I was like 18, I'm like, this name is freaking stupid. I need to change this. You know what? I named myself Sir Crumpets in that one dumb game we played one time. I'll go with that. It's just stuck. The name seems like just an attention grabber. I mean, I think it works. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Considering how many people you have who only want to play, you know, beta 1.7, you know, or like people...
Oh, I don't want to open word. No. Please stop.
People scatter themselves all across the different versions of Minecraft. At this point, we do essentially have Minecraft 1, Minecraft 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, it's just...
So... I have to invite every single person. I can't turn it to open.
Oh, boy. Came up with a name when you were like 15 and never
Give me a
changed it. Well,
second.
see, that's a fine name. That's not the, you know,
Next.
I'm a cringy 13-year-old who has no idea what actually is cool. Because I did. Like, it started off, I think, when I was like 11, I made my Armor Games account. Oh, gosh, Armor freaking Flash Games. That's a whole other genre that I've not even talked about before. But I made my Armor Games account. It was like Flame Blade or something like that. I'm like, yeah, Flame Blade. And then I got sick of Flame Blade at some point. I'm like, you know, I need to make Flame Blade cooler. How about Phantom Saber? It's just like the only thing I could have added to it to just make it complete would be XX Phantom Saber XX.
Here.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I think that's a good name.
How do I pin this? Can I pin? How do I pin things? Pin message. Oh yeah, pin it. Okay. I've created a new channel. Put a text channel in the Discord. So throw your names in there and I'll try. It might not be automatically that I get everybody in, but I will do my best to get in as many people as I could.
Well, and I think there is I think the upper limit for people who can be playing at the same time is 10. I don't know if there's an upper limit to people who can be invited. But I don't imagine we're going to reach that too quickly because I don't think we're going to have a bunch of people like flooding in. It's definitely the kind of thing where if I get big enough, I'd have to set up an actual server. But, you know, we'll burn that bridge if we ever get to it.
It's a cool spawn too, but so if you want any of the local resources, I would suggest getting in as early as possible.
It's still technically the same realm, right? So I could just pop in.
Yeah, no, you can just jump in.
Cool. Hey, the Lightning scored again. Let's go.
I've just picked a direction and I'm flying.
Of course.
I can. You're modded. Alex is modded and Tyler's modded. So if they decide to join.
But yeah, I think most people go through a series of.
Welcome in, Spencer.
Hi. I'm gonna mute my sounds since stream could still hear all of them. I think most people go through that username cycle where they can't find the one. Like I know you have a lot of old usernames too.
Actually no. I have had two. My original one was Crazy Cat 117. I made it when I was in I think 3rd grade. So I was like 10 years old.
Sounds about right.
And I only changed to Ghost Guy actually here recently.
No, you've had 3 though, right? Because you had Casanova.
Oh yeah, I was Casanova for a while. That was when I was playing Halo competitively.
Yeah.
And that was like my alt, because I technically do have 2 gamer tags. That's my alt gamer tag, is Casanova.
Okay.
And I've had that for about maybe 3 years. And I just kind of use that as like, if I don't want certain people to know I'm online, I use it.
That's fair.
But I don't have anybody like that anymore. But it's mostly been Ghost Guy, or on Steam every so often it's Pizza Man.
Pizza Man.
Because
yeah.
that was a running joke we had for a while.
Yeah, I think I can't recall any of my old ones. Because I think before that, most of them were like my me on the Wii and just my profile on the Xbox that are just my name.
Yeah, I didn't even do that. It was that was the thing, because by the time I was like playing video games as much as I do now, you know, I had a gamer tag. Or I was guest. I had to play as guest a lot.
Yeah, I was never guest because I was the one who played on the consoles the most in my house, so
I was not.
Oh, I gotta talk about this because it was so funny. Um, there was a moment at work not too long ago where I'm sitting in the break room, and in the break room is another guy who we talked to before. I won't say his name, but he's come over to play D&D with us. He joins our game nights every once in a while. He's like a Pathfinder. He likes Pathfinder more than D&D, but uh he's sitting on the other side of the room, and one of the older guys who works there comes in. I say older, he's probably, I mean, yeah, late 50s, early 60s. He walks by and he's reading one of his the guy I know is reading one of his Pathfinder books, and this guy goes, "Hey, are you one of them gamers?"
Oh,
and he responds, "Yeah, I suppose so."
I know exactly who you're talking about too.
And he look like out of the corner of his eye, like looks over at me, like he's looking at the guy when he was talking to him, and he looks over at me out of the side of his eye with that look like, "You heard that right?" And I had to try so hard not to burst out laughing. And now every time we walk by each other at work, it's like, "Gamer? Are you one of them gamers?" It is the dumbest. It is so stupid, but it is unbelievably funny. Like, normally I've heard that, like, ironic with the "I'm about to do what's called a pro gamer move," and those kind of stupid things. I've never heard somebody legitimately ask a question like that, and it killed me. It killed me. It was so funny.
Uh,
Oh
I
boy.
see. I don't have that at my job just because I working in kitchens. Every single person who is actually a video gamer, which is hysterical. Every single person in the kitchen plays video games except for the manager, who is like, I that's just not my thing. And we're all like, yeah, who cares? We all play video games, and they're always talking about the newest like Call of Duties. They are always going on about that stuff.
I mean, that the one kitchen I worked in was the same way. Everybody played D&D, everybody played games.
D&D is not as common, but there has been a more recent push uh for it just because of me.
Fair.
Because they'll like ask me like, "Hey, you play D&D, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Cool. Well, would you happen to have any tips?" And I'm like, for what?" Like, what's the most OP character? I'm like, I don't know, man. Whatever you want it
Why
to be.
don't why is that the first thing you go to? Make what's going to be fun. Why do some people feel the need, like, I want to be strong, and I don't like I love uh I've been watching I'll pull his name up too. I can't remember any of these freaking YouTubers' names. It's ridiculous. Uh he's
I've been
got
flying over an ocean forever.
lovely. Uh Zach the Bold, that's his name. He does a lot of D&D shorts, and he did one that was, when the jock finally joins a D&D game, and he's like, "Yeah, this is this is Brim hard dangle. This is and I'm a dwarf, and I think that's pretty cool because dwarves are strong, and it's like 15 sessions later, and the DM's describing his dwarfs laying there dying on the steps of the kingdom that he had just protected, knowing full well he had saved his friends and everything. as as Brim lies on the steps, the blood seeping out of his wounds. As he takes his last breath, he knows full well he can rest easy knowing he saved his friends. And the jock's sitting there like 1,000-yard stare, like in pain. Like, yep, you've finally been awoken to the wonders of D&D. You've now felt pain because a fictional character died. Well, welcome to the club.
Okay. Yep.
There's only one thing men want, and it's disgusting. To die. To die in a glorious battle protecting the ones they love. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, heroes to the end, us men. Get F3 to see how far away I am, and hopefully nobody will find me.
Oh boy. But yeah, I don't really got anything else.
I mean, I've been offline forever.
Yeah, for freaking almost 2 weeks now.
Since Christmas Eve, I've been offline.
So actually, yeah, 2 weeks as of today.
It feels good to be back, baby. I'm alive.
Barely.
I didn't die. Yeah, it's debatable if I'm actually alive.
Sitting over here poking you with a stick, making sure you still move. But anyways, that's all for today.
That's fucked, but it's really funny. Hey, where's the quote, man?
Oh yeah, our hiatus has left me lobotomized. I forgot we were doing quotes. Has Eli revealed why not pushing, just asking? Oh, well, I mean, the reason he hasn't been around the last 2 weeks is because his internet just died.
Okay, actually, real quick, I will explain it because everything's going well right now. So, about August time last year, we found out my father had a heart attack. Oh no, world ending, we ended up scheduling him open heart surgery. Everything went well. He's doing great. If I had not had Wi-Fi yet, he would have been jumping in on the podcast and talking for a bit, but because I have Wi-Fi and I can actually do it from my main PC instead of my phone, he's hanging out, probably reading right now because he's a bigger nerd than I am. But yeah, everything's all right. Family's doing what the family normally does, which is disappear, but they're a bunch of kids. And then Christmas Eve, our internet went out, and it took them 2 weeks to get a technician out here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been having to babysit my father, which is really funny.
Babysitting a grumpy old man who just got his chest cracked open is not exactly the easiest thing.
Yeah, I've been torturing him about that. It's like he can't have salt, he can't have sugar, a whole bunch of crap. It's hysterical. I've been having to sleep on the couch so I can take care of him in the middle of the night. That's gonna keep going till he's up and driving on his own, which should be towards the end of February. But other than that, everything's going great. He's still a grumpy old man. He still knows more about gaming than both me and Sir Crumpets combined.
Feel you're allowed to be cranky at that point. Oh yeah, nobody's questioning it.
Oh no, it was definitely, he had a reason to be cranky. He got in trouble in the hospital by the nurses because he was being a cranky old man.
The funniest thing that you described him doing was they were trying to get him to eat something, and so they brought him ice chips, and he specifically was not allowed to drink anything.
So they wanted him off of fluids so he would drain off of fluids.
Right.
So he, in turn, was like, okay, I'm not allowed to have fluids, well, I'm thirsty. And they're like, well, you're just gonna have to deal with it. You got a lot of extra water in you, so you'll be fine. And he's like, okay, but can I get ice chips so I can, like, suck on them? And they're like, yeah, I guess that's fine. And he would sit there and wait for the ice chips to melt. And then drink the water.
Like, that's top tier.
It's just like, dude, you know you're not supposed to be doing that. And he's like, I don't care. I'm thirsty. I haven't eaten in a week. I just want to eat this. I just want to drink some water. And then I got in trouble for sneaking him in drinks. No, he's not asked for sponge baths, but he got specific things to allow him to bathe himself, so I don't have to, which made me very happy.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, that's all going good now.
Yep. So that was the big reason that I was taking a slightly longer than normal hiatus from streaming. I'll be back. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop, might stop. Anyways, you got your quote?
Give me a second.
Now you're gonna miss out on that quality father-son bonding time.
Okay, I got mine.
All right.
It is far better to live like a lion for a day than to live like a jackal for 100 years. Tippy Sultan.
Okay. I have a quote. I need to know how one goons. The first gulp from the glass of natural sciences will turn you into an atheist, but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you. Werner Heisenberg.
A Breaking Bad quote.
No.
How succulent of you.
It's not a Breaking Bad quote. Whatever. But anyways, thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you tomorrow with whatever the heck I'm playing. I legitimately don't remember. I forgot. It's hold on, I definitely remember it. It's a Hollow Knight randomized.
He's pulling it up now. He's pulling it up now.
No, I actually just remembered.
Gooning. He's gooning.
He's gooning. He's gooning. He's a Sigma. He's got L Riz.
He's got two wolves inside of him, and they're both a furry.
Oh boy. All right. Yep. Catch y'all
We're a
tomorrow.
problem.
Tally-o!
Tally-ho!
Eli's
It's good
gonna
to be
go
back,
goon
baby.
tonight.
I'm a goon all over you.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're off.